The Vaccine Passport app, a fast track to normalcy or digital divide.
I'm so concerned that the immigrant communities, the communities of color that have been hardest hit by the pandemic, are going to be the ones that are now segregated from public spaces.
Albert Foxconn works for a civil rights and privacy group that fights to protect immigrants and those in communities of color.
This is a type of vaccine passport that developers want us to use every single day as a way to go to work, to go to school, even to go to the grocery store. And there's a very real risk that it won't just undermine civil rights, it won't undermine privacy, it will also undermine public health.
New York State is piloting the smartphone app. It would verify a person's COVID vaccination or a prior COVID test before going into public spaces and venues. According to the governor's office, like a mobile airline boarding pass, people would be able to print them out or store it in their phone using a QR code.
There's a very real risk that we're going to transform the inequity in our healthcare system into a new form of digital segregation.
But what about those who haven't gotten the vaccine or aren't tech savvy?
We run the risk that those communities that have suffered the most during this pandemic are now going to be excluded from public spaces.
Matthew Liao, director of NYU's Center of Bioethics, says the digital proof of vaccination would make traveling easier and safer and could help more New Yorkers get hired.
I think it'll encourage people to get vaccinated.
The Biden administration during the latest White House COVID briefing.
We know some people may have a need to demonstrate that they are vaccinated. Our role is to help ensure that any solutions in this area should be simple, free, open source.
Still, there is growing concern the government would be able to access and track more than just public health records.
I think we should roll out the app when everybody has been given the opportunity to be vaccinated.
And the software is not yet in the App Store because it's still in the testing stage. But according to the state, it was very successful at a New York Rangers game at Madison Square Garden and a Brooklyn Nets game at the Barclays Center. In Brooklyn, Jennifer Bisram, Pix 11 News.